There is no position of the ANC that said we prefer to work with political parties, in particular EFF and Jacob Zuma Party. It will remain Jacob Zuma Party to me up until he wins the trademark of MK. Because for now, it is Jacob Zuma Party, but they call it MK, and you call it MK, and everybody call it MK. But in the ANC, we call it Zuma Party, because MK is a trademark of the African National Congress. So here is the chairperson of your province is quoted as saying that it would have been preferable about this and that. So I know, what is this, bites? Sound bites. When we are quoted, not holistically, and then it can be concluded, no, Panyaza is anti, is on a revolution, is the best of the best. Mbalula and them and the ANC have basically sold the ANC to the DA and all of that and so on. And then here are the utterances to support what we are saying. So you can't relate with a leader of your province like a stranger. You need to sit down and say, Comrade Chair, what do you say about this? And he explained himself. And I've seen Sizwe Mpofu Walsh releasing a podcast video where Panyaza explained excellently GNU. I like it. Go and watch it. So that's a very excellent explanation about the GNU. And that is what is expected of a leader of the ANC in the province. Populism that is perpetrated by others, not Panyaza, by others, that for the ANC to be in the GNU, it's a sellout position, is populism. And it's ideologically inadequate. They are lazy to think. You will know that a tactical intervention is not equal to a strategic goal, because GNU is not a strategic goal. It's temporary. It can go on for now, or it can collapse in itself. It's not a strategic goal. We didn't struggle for GNU. We didn't fight to win this election to produce a GNU. We were in this election to win outright. We did not win. So we had tactical choices we had to make. It is GNU, and it is a grand coalition. And it is going back to the benches, and it is also becoming an opposition, and all of that. We chose GNU, and we said, why GNU? For South Africa's interest. We chose GNU. We invited everybody. DA said to us, if you talk to so and so, we are not coming as easy. We said we will talk to everybody. We talked to everyone. And they came with their options, and the others chose not to be part of the GNU. And that is it. So you know for a fact that there are other people who say today that to be in a GNU with the DA is a sellout position. But the very same political parties were basically working with the DA to defeat the ANC in local government. And the same political parties were advocating and mobilizing society for a GNU without the ANC. But here we have a GNU led by the ANC. But before the elections, they said the ANC must be surgically removed from power. And you must work even with the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. Work with them to remove the ANC. Now, we have the ANC emerging as the largest political party in the GNU, and it's not removed out of party or out of power. And then they change the rhetoric now. How can you go to bed with sellouts and all of that and so on, this political party? We said that to us it's not persuasive because it's not a principled argument, neither ideological disposition. It's just opportunism. And that is it. So we are here where we are now, as a leading party in the GNU, working with everybody and working very well. And it doesn't mean that this GNU will not be shaped by contradictions, but will defend what it is right and will lead what is of importance to us in terms of our agenda. I mean, that is why we are not moved when there are contradictions around Bella Bill, around NHI, and all of that. We knew the contradictions that will come with this GNU will mean this. And we need to engage with everybody. And that is what we are doing, talking to political parties in the GNU, engaging them on the issues, and we've got mechanisms of how to engage in the context of the statement of intent. So all in all, nobody was reined in. If we rein in on somebody, we will basically write to you, the media and South Africa, and tell them that that person is censured. We have not censured Panyaza. We have engaged him as a leader. And then I don't know these distortions that are running on WhatsApp groups. You know, I've told you that WhatsApp groups are constituted by people who are bored. And they sent me these lies as fact. That Panyaza said this in the officials meeting, and then Mtolo and Mbalula lost. And journalists write. There's Mahlengi. The ANC will speak for itself. I'm not a spokesperson. Here is the spokesperson, Mahlengi. I will fight with her if she's not available. Now, you've got to speak to Mahlengi before you write. Some of you wrote the stories that Panyaza was a Tarzan here, and then he came, and at the same time he defeated, and the officials were in conflict, and there is this source. And you even quote TK. There was no TK yesterday here. There was no TK. He's quoted there in a report written by a journalist that TK Ngiza was reprimanded by the president in the meeting, and he was told by President Ramaphosa, it was so tense in this meeting. Ramaphosa had to intervene and say, TK, pack your bags and go. This thing is finished. We're not reining in on Panyaza. When it is said that the chairperson of your biggest province, he is quoted in the newspapers as a messiah and a great revolutionary who is fighting an ANC stance on government of national unity, supported by utterances, snippets, quoted, and all of that. You don't run an organization through snippets and analysis and second guessing of people. You engage with leaders. So Panyaza is leading the province, Gauteng. He is part of the decisions of the National Executive Committee, where these issues are debated and decisions were taken. Now, democratic centralism dictates that once the upper structure take a decision, everybody must fall into line. We have taken a decision as the National Executive Committee to brief and engage with our structures. And the task of a leader like Panyaza is to help explain the decision to the structures. What is the decision? The decision of the National Executive Committee says that the 29th of May outcome is a strategic setback for the democratic forces led by the African National Congress. It goes on further, it says that the government of national unity is a tactical intervention, not a melting pot of political parties. And a government of national unity and coalitions, in their very nature, bring together rivals and people who are not ideologically aligned. Worldwide, you can check it even from Oxford Dictionary. What is GNU? And you can Google the meaning of that. What is it? So we have brought together all these parties who have agreed to participate in the GNU with the DA as part of that GNU, as well as other political parties. We've got 10 political parties who are participating in the GNU. Our collaboration also extends to the legislatures. So you've got the GNU with elements of supply and confidence, where in which you've got the legislature, like the National Assembly, where some of the committees in the legislature are not chaired by the ANC, are chaired by the opposition, holding us accountable. And even ourselves, we chair committees where ministries are not led by the ANC, holding them accountable. So that is the model we have actually adopted and we are implementing, and it's going very well. And you can see the positives we have talked about. This coming Monday at 6 o'clock here outside Luthuli House, the ANC will do what is called the reflections of the first 100 days of government that it is leading in the Republic, which is the GNU. And the president of the ANC will speak to you outside here at 6 o'clock on Monday. And on Monday also, we are destined to have a bilateral discussion with the Communist Party. I'll come back to that. So the fact of the matter is that we don't reign on Panyaza, we engage politically. And there's never been an issue that you are being called to be taken to the DC. No. It's for us to understand him correctly, not to second guess him, because there's a lot of things that have been said. And that he himself, some of these utterances have been apportioned to him. And we have confronted him about those. He have come to us, he have explained, and I want to reiterate, we don't doubt his bona fides, because he said to us, I'm being misrepresented. Because there is no position of the ANC that said GNU is a sellout position.